Well, welcome back to the All Round Angler. It's been a while, been very busy, but a beautiful summer's day. It's actually towards the end of summer. We're at a lovely lake, and as the weather's so gorgeous, we're going to try some surface fishing. A bit of a challenge, to be fair, but a beautiful lake in front of us, some lovely fish. I'm going to take you through some sort of tips and tricks that help me catch fish off the surface. So I'm going to put these glasses back on, have a look, nice slow setup, and hopefully the day will be fantastic. Decent fish. Seagulls. There's one there. There's one right down there. See if it takes one. See, just open that. Oh, yeah, just watch. See if he takes it. We haven't had a take yet, but the majority of the fish I'm seeing are a little bit out of my swim. But there's definitely one or two coming in, and they are having the floating trout pellets quite slowly. There's one there now. So I've not got a lot of competition, but I'm just hoping one makes a mistake. We've not got a lot of fish in front of us, but sometimes you only need one. That fish is really close in front of us now, and I'm behind it, which is frustrating. But I don't want to reel in and spook it either. Yes, go on, go on, go on, you've got to have it. He just come in, had all them, didn't he? Okay, so a change of scenery. The wind suddenly picked up. We didn't have many fish down that end. I think I should have caught one. I had a chance. The wind's picked up. I've kind of come round here quickly and seen carp just under the surface. To be fair, straight on the mixers. There's not a lot of competition at the moment, and they keep going up and down in the water. I'm sort of going up the bank to try and see them, but just steadily feeding these trout pellets in, or these floating trout pellets should I say, just steadily feeding them in regularly, and they're drifting in on the wind, and the fish are sort of following them, picking some off at the back, some off at the front, and I'm kind of running my controller through very steadily, a bit like, you know, as if I'm trotting, though it sounds a bit strange, but I'm trying to get my mixer so it just looks like one of those ones that's just drifting along. And yeah, I feel we're in with a good chance here. It might not come straight away, but be patient and all that. Keep feeding, and yeah, hopefully one of them will take the hook bait. So what I've done there is I'm casting well further than I need to be. These fish are 20 to 30 yards out. I'm casting 70 yards, well past them. You do not want to land, you know, your controller on top of carp, and then it's a case of just tweaking it back, trying to keep the line out of the water and just tweaking it back into that zone as slowly as you can. Even when they're feeding, just don't rush that bit, because that line just going past them can spook them. So cast well over and then just tweak it back into the area. So floater fishing, frustrating, exciting, all those things in one, but a very simple method. Don't overcomplicate it. Bait wise, I'm only here for about 5 or 6 hours. I've got lots of bait. My favourite bait is the trout pellets. They're brilliant, but a lot of this bait, I've got some cat biscuits here, a big bag of mixers. Probably half of this will feed the birds today, and that might sound wasteful, but a lot of the places you go, you need to feed the birds off. You can't just turn up with, you know, a little tub of mixers and, you know, that's gone. The seagulls are busy today, the ducks, and also it's windy, so I'm feeding regularly. The mixers, the trout pellets are drifting in. So yeah, go with plenty of bait. It's cheap, leave it in the car. One thing I like to add to either my mixers is some oil. Hemp oil's good, but this stuff, this sort of halibut trout pellet oil is brilliant. I don't swamp it in it, but a nice drizzle, shake it up, and what you get is lovely little flat spots that the fish can definitely home in on, and yeah, it gets them going. They love the taste of it. A matchy style catapult. You don't want a big old boilie pulp for floater fishing, so a nice matchy style light one that will ping them out. Also, I've got my spom rod with me. We haven't used it yet, but a very good tactic. The guy opposite me was spomming, he looked like a good angler. He was spomming earlier. The wind picked up, to be fair, and I could see fish drifting this way on the wind. So also watching what others are doing. There's plenty of people floater fishing today, so you know, obviously be respectful, but watch where some of that bait's drifting, because the carp are, you know, going to be on the end of that. Hook baits, pop-ups, just trimmed down, simple. Or in this tub I've just got some trout pellets, and all I've done is just splash them in water, and it just softens them up, and you can hair rig them, so they're very natural. They're my favourite hook baits. Both work a treat. Like I say, another thing I do like is cat biscuits, especially if they've been hammered on these more sort of traditional type baits. So cat biscuits are really good on their day, and good to spom. Setup wise, I've got a floater rod, but any sort of through action, sort of 2 1/4 rod, you know, makes a good floater rod. Reel, simple reel here, little sort of 7,000 size. I think we've got 10 or 12 pound line on there, and a nice little controller. This is a little neat one. It acts as a bolt rig as well, because it's weighted, it casts, it plops in nicely, you don't get a tangle. And then the hook link, I always do my hook links about as sort of as far as I can spread my arms, so 3 foot or so, and just a simple little hair to a size 10 floater style hook. But you want a lightish hook, straight pointed. Obviously if it's really weedy or snaggy, you know, you need to step up the gear. There's no point hooking fish on floaters and losing them and leaving hooks in. So look at the situation. This lake's pretty clear with a bit of weed, so I've sort of gone for that 10-12 pound outfit. And yeah, simple, feed little and often, watch everything, you know, don't get exhausted. It's hot today, so we're having to get into the shade a bit. Floater fishing is really fantastic. It's got to be one of the most exciting ways to catch carp. Yeah, I love it. I think I caught my first carp as a kid on a floater at about 10 years old. So, and it's a really nice way to finish the summer, finally get out. And we're going to have another look, and we'll see if there's another chance or two today. I hope you're enjoying it. Yep, we're in. We're in, what a take. Look at that go. Whoa. They just, it's crazy, the fish have vanished. We've had a sandwich and we've had a little break. Sometimes I think it just shows you just have a break. And we've hooked one, so hooking one is pretty tricky. Now we've got to try and land it, obviously on quite light gear, so this will probably be a good old scrap in this lake. Gin clear, deep water. Oh, bit of weed. Come on. Well, it's found a bit of weed, but I'm just trying to give it just steady pressure, as much as you sort of dare on floater gear. We've got 12-pound line on. There he is. He's up on the top nearly. He hooked himself. I've got a little sort of bolt bubble controller on. We can have a look at that, but he did hook himself. You just saw the swell and then the line tightened. There he is. I can see it's a nice dark common. Come on, don't go in there. Don't go in there. No. He looked nearly beaten and he's not. Come on. Yeah, I always get nervous, but when you've got the floater gear, it is, obviously it's more nerve-wracking because, you know, because you've not got your sort of 45-pound leaders on and your size 6 stiff hooks and all that. It's light gear, so it's all balance gear, but it's light. Come on, this clear water, just watching them twist and turn, and there's weed down there, and come on. It's one of those sort of long sort of bullet shaped commons as well that they always fight. I mean, some of these big fat carp, they don't do as much, but these sort of fish are just that, they're just scrappers, aren't they? Look how deep he is down there. Come on. Oh, look at him. I hope you can see that in that clear water. It is a beautiful sight. You see the orange controller come up, and then you just look 3 foot behind it and there's a real dark common. I changed my hook bait as well, so I hopefully can show you that, whether that made a difference, but I was actually trying to keep it really simple and use a sort of a matching hook bait, just like the trout pellets I'm putting in. But I don't know, I ended up trimming down the pop-up and maybe just a bit more visibility, I don't know, but it's got the bite. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, you can keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Yes, got him. Whew. Very happy. We've worked, you know, we've worked pretty hard for that. We've sweated a lot for that. And yeah, really happy. We've probably got time for another go as well, but one fish was the aim today. It's quite a busy lake, there's a lot of pressure. So yeah, there's other people floater fishing and everyone's struggling, so I think I've just had a little bit of luck. So yeah, we'll let him rest and we'll have a look at him, and I can take you through a bit of tactics as well. It's a very warm day, so we're not going to keep this fish out for long. That's out. I was just in the scissors. Just moved this net. It's a funny shaped fish actually. It's a right torpedo. It looks like fish that I used to catch from like the River Nene. Easy. Always give them some water as well in the summer. But yeah, it's been hard work today. Floater fishing is usually hard work, but look at this. I'm very happy. Beautiful double figure. Oh. Black common. So yeah, we will have another go, but I mean, to catch one today, there's a fair bit of pressure on the lake. I'm really happy. So let's get him back and having fresh water and maybe another recast. Well, like I said, we've had him out for 1 minute because it's hot, and he's had a little rest in the edge now, and hopefully we can watch him power off in this clear, lovely old club lake. Here he goes. Look at that, beautiful. Very happy, great fun. So this is something I suppose I've learnt the hard way. So we've had a fish, a very good fight, felt the grating in the weed, etc. So what you want to do when you're floater fishing and any fishing, but is obviously check your line. You don't want to cast back out there and then hook the one big fish and you've lost it. So I've actually looked at this, and the line near the float was just a little bit crinkled up, probably where it was rubbing on that weed. So just a case of snipping that off and retying the swivel and checking the hook link, just paying attention to detail. Even if the fish are out there having it, you know, just pay attention to that detail. It's going to take 1 minute and everything's nice and strong again. So yeah, that's you know, something I learned the hard way, and hopefully you can put into your own angling. Well, that's the end of a fun day floater fishing. Lots of hard work, lots of sweat and effort, but we caught one and I'm quite happy. I didn't have many chances. There's a lot of pressure on the lake, and I think with it being end of summer, the fish have been pressured and they're pretty cute today. So I'm happy with one, and I hope you enjoyed it and it inspires you to get out with the floater rod the next opportunity you can. Looking here, I've got all these elderberries, and that is telling me roach fishing, and I'm itching to go, and I'd like you, if you could comment below if you fancy watching another episode of me at Highbridge, maybe targeting a monster roach. Let us know. Another thing to point out is we now have a really cool website, allroundangler.com, and we've got some multi-species anglers, some great guys writing on there, so please check it out. Hopefully you enjoy that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.